a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight forever.
That's a question for her, that until someone pins her, she is the champion. And I gotta say, she's got a good argument. And if I'm Erica Leigh Miller, I'm here to stop Ziggy Haim's run as quote-unquote the true Ryse Grand Champion, and maybe insert herself into the title picture. As I've said before, Kelly McMurphy was one, Erica Leigh Miller another one. Competitors from all over coming to Ryse to stake their claim against the top competitors, people like MV Young, people like Ziggy Haim. Erica taking exception to the Paul Blart chants as Ziggy looking for a fight, spoiling for a fight. And I gotta say, Erica Leigh Miller is nope, not ready for a fight. Wow, now Officer Miller with a reasonable suspicion, I guess. Is that what you want to call it? And checking Ziggy Haim's arms, where there was nothing in there, but Ziggy Haim with a, roll through, cover. Interesting pinning combination from Haim, using all of her weight, and now Erica going for that big boot, but Ziggy ducks right underneath it. Look out. 2 feet as Ziggy Haim covers. Erica Leigh brings a larger stature as well. Wait a minute, whoa! Whoa, we were in a middle school. I gotta tell you, if we got any teachers watching, you cannot use finger guns. You cannot use finger guns.
Marcus, I am so sorry. I was celebrating popping bottles with the boys in the back.
I was hoping that you were done for the evening, as I've been calling this match, as Erica Leigh, as the referee, is now confiscated the finger gun from Erica Leigh and is putting it down. And wait a minute! Erica Leigh just used those handcuffs right into Ziggy Haim's face. There's that big boot from Erica Leigh Miller.
What'd you do?
And Ziggy Haim took that boot square in the jaws. Erica is trying to continue to go right to the face of Ziggy. I gotta say, those handcuff shots have shaken Ziggy Haim, and now Erica Leigh just forearm shots, and Ziggy's face has been, you can see the vacant look in her eyes. She might have got concussed off those metal handcuffs. A big back elbow, and follows up with a drop of the elbow. Cover, 2 count, and no. Erica Leigh Miller frustrated with that. I gotta say, that is a big elbow drop. And Ziggy has been taken down to the mat. And this is where Erica can really, really stand tall. And I gotta say, she brings an aggressive style as this new party pooper, officer. And she is looking to stop Ziggy's run. And I gotta say, these big shots from Erica Leigh have just shaken Ziggy Haim, and I'm not sure she knows what's going on. In the corner now, Erica with a big shot into the corner. Back elbow right to the skull. And now boots again to Ziggy Haim, and Erica Leigh has taken full control of this matchup.
Mrs. Officer, the cop in control.
Erica Leigh Miller, as I said, she is looking to make a name for herself at Ryse, her first appearance here for Ryse. And the way to do it is to take out Ziggy Haim, who said, wait, cover. 2, and no. Ziggy said if anyone can pin her, they can claim to be champion. But until someone pins Ziggy Haim, she is the true Ryse Grand Champion. And look, she's got an argument, Joey. I think she's got a good argument to be champion.
She has a good argument, but what's going on here? Ziggy says she's the champion.
Wait a minute.
Just said MV's the champion.
Cover. Nope. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of controversy, obviously, around it. And Ziggy, has been a unfortunately, a part of that. Now cover here, stacked up, and look at Ziggy Haim again. You stack up Ziggy Haim, use all of her body weight and your body weight to get her down, and she just finds a way to work herself out of a pinfall. It's so hard to keep her shoulders to the mat.
She is a tough competitor for sure. Been through some battles. Does not quit.
Big elbow from Erica Leigh Miller is right back to the corner, right back in control. And Erica is using that length that she has to really control Ziggy. And now using the ropes, tying up Ziggy. I gotta say, for someone who's considers themselves a cop, Erica Leigh is breaking a lot of rules in there.
Why is she trying to reprimand Ziggy? I missed that beginning part. Fill me in.
Well, Erica has considered herself a party pooper in a way. She's a police officer who is trying to ruin anyone's good times, and she's here because she thinks that we're all having too much fun. Joey. Blocked by Ziggy, forearm shot. And another block and another shot, and Ziggy trying to find her way back into this match. Ever since that handcuff shot to the jaw, Ziggy has had issues. Comes in, forearm shot, right to the jaw. Coming in again. Uppercut, and Erica Leigh is shaking in the corner. Ziggy drips her down. Now, Erica is getting her taste of the same medicine in the corner. Look out, drop kick in the corner, and Erica Leigh.
You're not allowed to put your hands on a cop.
Well,
Ziggy should be going to jail.
Cover and kick out at 2. Well, look, Erica Leigh Miller, maybe she's an officer, maybe she's not. I'm not exactly sure.
Look at her outfit. She's a cop.
Her official position, but she agreed to be in this match. This is what it is. Oh, Ziggy setting up, maybe going for that Mazel Tov cocktail. We've seen her win matches with it before, and Erica Leigh goes right to the eyes. Counter. Fireman's carry from Erica. Look out, big Samoan drop. And that's the power and strength of an Erica Leigh Miller.
She's a dirty cop, but I like it. She's pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, Joey, I'm not sure what you like is ever a good thing. I don't think that whatever you like, I think I should like the opposite anytime you say that. Look out! Goes for the elbow drop, misses. Ziggy wrapping up Erica again. Could be going for it. Be going for that Mazel Tov cocktail. No, Erica transitions again. Back up to the fireman's carry. Down to the knee. Big knee strike from Ziggy, and Erica Leigh is in trouble. And now, once again, wraps her up. Can she get it? Mazel Tov cocktail.
Winner of this match.
You can't put your hands on a cop like that.
The true Ryse Grand Champion, Ziggy Haim.
Ziggy Haim picks up the win over Officer Erica Leigh Miller.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
What's going on? Are you going to compete? What's going on? What's going on here, Edric?
I'll let him borrow my chair. Look at this beast of a man.
Well, he's just not getting in the ring. I don't know what's going on here, Edric. You got a matchup right now. You're scheduled to fight.
I don't do anything, bro.
Well,
I told him. I go, no, we don't have to do that.
you're scheduled to compete. Just get in there and wrestle him. Just get in there and do what you're supposed to do. All right.
You better get in there. He's coming.
Oh, jeez. And Everhart just spit in Conard's face. That water. Hey, leave that there. And now, look out into the ring post. And this isn't a match. And referee Nick Brown's got to get control here, as this is just turning into a fight between these two friends. And a shot from Everhart. Those big shots, and look, this has just gotten so personal, Joey. Between
yeah,
these two.
Edric tried to tell him he didn't have to do it either.
And I mean, this is, we haven't even found out why Edric has just taken this so personally. And he's not even in gear. He doesn't have any sort of wrestling gear. He's in gym shorts and a t-shirt.
I told you. No. You don't have to have a match. No.
And now referee Nick Brown trying to get Edric into the ring to have a match. I don't know if this is going to be official or not. And Matt Conard is shaken up. And now Edric is forcing his way off than the official. And look, Matt Conard isn't someone to mess with. This is the greatest Ryse Grand Champion in my opinion. He's not just going to let you do whatever you want. And now this is broken up, and the referee can't get control. What are we doing? No contest? We're just not even going to start. Okay. Wait a minute. Dragon Sleeper. Matt Conard's got Edric Everhart, and referee Nick Brown just informed me this is going to be a no contest. They're not even going to start this. He can't get control of this. This is just a brutal fight between them. And Joey, this has just gotten so personal between everyone.
The ref can't even get the match stopped. And they're just going on. We might need to get security out
I think
here.
we're going to have to get some security. Look out! Oh, God!
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Nick Brown has declared this match a no contest.
This is a no contest, and this is not going to... And now where's Edric going? Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. He's getting steel chairs now, and this is...
What is he doing with all these chairs?
Why he's got bad intentions. We got to get some security. All right, so now we'll get another referee out here to try and stop what's going on, and I don't blame them not getting in there. This isn't good. Look, these two are friends. I don't want to get personal here, but everyone knows that these two are friends of mine. They've been friends of mine for years. We've hung out. These guys were like brothers, and I don't know what has gotten into Everhart. He doesn't respond to text messages. He doesn't want to do anything. And now,
he's setting up those chairs for something.
Well, yeah, he's turned them sideways. Oh, no. Look out. No, no, no. Edric, do not do this. Oh, God. We got to get something in there. We got to get people in there. Security. We got to get people in there.
He's gone crazy.
And Edric Everhart's got a steel chair in hand. He's keeping everyone out of the ring. And Matt Conard is hurt. He just drove Matt Conard's back into the edges of those steel chairs. Do not do this, Edric. Do not do this, Edric. Someone's got to get in there and stop him. Someone has got to get in there.
You're crazy.
And stop him right now.
You're crazy if you get in there. This man's unhinged.
Someone get in there and stop this. Wait a minute. No, no. Oh, my God! Stop him right now! Matt Conard is hurt.
We need the medical staff.
The doctor is coming over. We got security in the ring. Jake Garrett's in the ring. Matt is hurt. Matt is hurt. And Edric doesn't care.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, just like it's a normal
admiring
thing.
his work, admiring what he did.
He's laughing. I mean, usually all night I've been saying it's okay to cheat and be dirty, but I don't know about all that.
He's winning a match, and then there's doing what Edric Everhart just did.
Exactly.
And it's just disgusting.
He really is Southside scum.
And now he's got Conard's mask.
Like a trophy.
Oh, and he's putting it on, too. What's this about? What's the point of this? Injuring your friend. I don't know, Joe. I don't know. God. Now they got a gurney out here for Conard.
What I say? Huh?
If we get him out of here.
You know what's gonna happen. You're broken. You're done.
This might be the last we see of Matt Conard here at Ryse. That was devastating.
And the medical personnel's taking him out. I don't know. If I was charged this place, if I was in charge right now, Edric Everhart would be fired. If I was in charge, he'd be fired. Fired and never welcomed back for what he just did to his friend. Jake, just get into the bag. You know what you did. Look, she's a fiery competitor. She's made a name for herself. And look, this young, up-and-coming Nikita Knight, you know, if I'm a Raylyn, everyone's already on the Nikita Knight train. And look, Raylyn is a competitor who's not just going to let someone like Nikita Knight show up and be claimed the next one until they go through a Raylyn. Lock up center of the ring. Raylyn holding on, taunting the young Nikita Knight. Now, Nikita doing the same.
Nikita giving it right back to her.
Absolutely, Joey. This is a competitor, Nikita Knight, that you had trained with at times. Give me a little scouting report on her.
She's not as superior as me.
Jeez, always the same with you. You can't give anyone a compliment, can you?
No, Nikita is very good. And you want to know why? Because she does train with somebody like me.
Ah, okay.
So that might actually give her the advantage in this matchup.
Okay,
I'm
so
glad you reminded me of that.
That's how you compliment people.
What? She gets to train with me.
Head control by Nikita Knight, keeping Raylyn centered in the ring. Now, this is smart. Now, transition. Head scissors by Raylyn. It's very smart for Nikita. I mean, look, you know how it is when you're out there, first couple matches, you still got some nerves, you're still trying to find yourself, slowing it down, keeping the pace slow. Smart early strategy from Nikita.
But Raylyn, the savvy vet, that world-traveled veteran.
Look out. Up and over.
Little too agile.
Leapfrog. Leapfrog from Raylyn, and big arm drag. Nikita won with her own. Overhead arm drag, drop kick, and Raylyn is shook with the speed and the athleticism of Nikita Knight. Now Raylyn getting out of the way, veteran instincts. Nikita gets held. Oh, transitions right into that kick. Going up, Hurricane Rana, and Nikita has gotten Raylyn all shook with just the athleticism alone. And I gotta say, look, Nikita Knight hasn't had a lot of matches. There isn't a lot of scouting film on her. It's tough to scout what you don't know.
Exactly. And I used that to my advantage last Ryse show, and I think Nikita's gonna try to use that to her advantage. Raylyn, just veteran, staying away from Nikita right now, trying to tire her out.
Well, yeah, she's trying to get Nikita unfocused, and there it is. Oh, but Nikita fires back shots on the outside. Another big shot from Nikita Knight. And Ray Lynn trying to get some separation. But Nikita Knight is just staying on Ray Lynn. And I get it. This is a big opportunity. This is your home debut. You don't want to show up with a loss here. Now,
and Ray Lynn does not want to lose in her Ryse wrestling debut either.
No, and that's the thing, is Ray Lynn wants to make it very clear to Nikita Knight that this is still Ray Lynn's territory. Pittsburgh is Ray Lynn's town. And look out, right into the post. And Nikita Knight right into those stairs. And Ray Lynn using the outside to her advantage. A great veteran move. And now Nikita Knight is all shook up in the ring. And look out, big stomp to the back.
And the veteran Ray Lynn, the world-traveled Ray Lynn, is in control of this matchup, and this might be the end of Nikita Knight.
I don't think so. Nikita Knight, she has a lot of strength there. She says she takes a lot of pride in the strength she has and her Greek roots, and says she's Spartan strong for a reason, which she is a fighter. And there's a big cross-body cover, two-hand, no. But she can't capitalize, and Ray Lynn is right back on top of Nikita Knight. Ray Lynn looking for a camel clutch, trying to grind down on Nikita Knight. Grind it on that back. But Nikita Knight, smart, getting her legs underneath her, not letting that back get as torqued by using her legs. But Ray Lynn is just muscling the young Knight wherever she wants her. Shot to the back. Ray Lynn in firm control. Like I say, this is the veteran Ray Lynn knows what she's doing, knows how to take control, knows how to stay in control. Now, Joe, you faced a veteran, as you said last show with Leigh Moriarty. You did find a way to win. How do you break this momentum? Hold on. Two, and no, I was going to say, how do you break this momentum?
Just find a way, do what you got to do, trust your instincts. And if Nikita's smart, remember some of the things that we've trained together in training. But Ray Lynn's starting to enjoy this. I think the more that these fans try to get behind Nikita, Ray Lynn is just enjoying damaging Nikita even more and more.
As I said, Ray Lynn wants to make this very clear that Pittsburgh is still Ray Lynn's territory. This is still Ray Lynn's town. And you don't just get to debut and get all the praise and all of the accolades with all of that and not go through Ray Lynn. Now, big snapmare out of the corner. Control by Ray Lynn. Kick to the upper back. And Nikita Knight is all out of sorts. She's got to find a way to break the momentum. But Ray Lynn has just found an answer at every turn that Nikita's tried to, when Nikita's tried to put her in a difficult position.
The fans strongly behind Nikita here.
Absolutely.
Trying to recall that Greek strength deep down inside.
And then pull the hair
Ray
right
Lynn
down.
Yanking her right to the ground.
Went for the elbow drop, but Nikita Knight right back up. Kick to the gut. Look out. Transitions off the ropes. Big flipping neck breaker. And Ray Lynn is all out of sorts, but Nikita Knight, she used the last of her strength there, the last of her energy reserves just to hit that move, and now she's got to recover. Nikita trying to find, like you said, that Greek strength, that pride she has in her Greek roots. But Ray Lynn right back up. Ray Lynn knows exactly where she is at all times, knows exactly what she needs to do.
Polish hammer.
And another Nikita Knight trying to build some momentum, trying to build back into this. Goes in, up and over. Smart by Ray Lynn.
Wait a second.
Nikita ducks out of the way. Now she's going up top. Ready for a big drop kick or something there. No, transitions, cartwheel out. Takes out the legs, moonsault, cover. Two and no, Ray Lynn finds a way out. That's the veteran. You're not going to put someone away like Ray Lynn that easily. She is going to find a way to fight.
No, like I said earlier, she's been all over the world. She's seen competitors just like Nikita with the athleticism, with the willpower. She's seen it all.
Transition. Offense from Ray Lynn, just pulling open Nikita's midsection and that kick right there. Nikita's up. Meteora knees, cover, 2, and no, I thought that was it. And Nikita found a way out of it. She just found a way to squirm out of that pinfall, and now Raylin has her sights set on finishing off Nikita. Big knee in the corner.
I think Nikita made a mistake by kicking out of that. Raylin is just going to inflict some more damage.
Shoulders up, a fisherman suplex, 2, and no. Raylin could not get Nikita's second shoulder down on that fisherman suplex, and that cost her a few seconds, which let her kick out. And now transition goes for that big kick. Look out. No, scooping up. Michinoku driver, K driver, 2, and no.
What's everybody just allowed to use that now?
Well, I mean, look, that's how you beat Leigh Moriarty.
So she's watching me.
Well, I mean, look.
I guess I'll take that
No, I
as
think
a
she was watching
compliment.
Brandon K. Look, rebound, cut. Look out. Big cutter from Raylin.
And that's all she wrote.
That
the
is-
story of Nikita Knight will go down as just losing on her.
Whoa! I was gonna let you finish that because I was agreeing with you. Raylin caught her flush with that cutter. I thought it was all over, and now, okay, now this is getting aggressive. Raylin is not happy. Another cover and another kick out, and Raylin is frustrated because Nikita Knight found a way to kick out of that move. And now I gotta worry for Nikita because a frustrated, aggressive Raylin is not good news for anyone. Look, out, trip. Wait a minute, jack that cover. 2 and 3, she got her.
No!
The winner of this match as the result of a pinfall, the Spartan Warrior, Nikita Knight!
Raylin got overconfident, she got frustrated, and Nikita Knight found a way to get the victory. Joey, I am shocked, but I'm not surprised. Nikita Knight is one to watch in this company, I gotta say, and Raylin is now taking it out on a fan, and we gotta get some security.
The world of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning, and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
Tony Johnson!
The Iceman, Tony Johnson, once the Ryse Grand Champion. When shutdown happened, the title was stripped off of Tony Johnson. But did that faze the Iceman? Not at all. Nothing phases this competitor. And I gotta say, if Tony Johnson finds his way past Marion Fontaine into the challenge of a champion, I gotta tell you, Joey, no disrespect, but I think Tony Johnson might be the odds-on favorite to be the next Ryse champion.
He might be. I think Tony Johnson, truly speaking, is one of the most underappreciated professional wrestlers on the indie scene. I got a chance to step into the ring with him once, and he is phenomenal.
Wow, did you just compliment Tony Johnson?
I think I did. It's weird.
Wow, that feels very weird, Joey.
No, wait, I take it back. I hate him.
Anyway.
I hate you.
Look, I gotta say, Tony Johnson, his path back to the Ryse Grand Championship has been, filled with potholes. But Tony's still stayed unfazed. He's still stayed as cool as possible. But now he's gonna face up against Marion Fontaine. And I gotta tell you, Joey, very, very few people have ever seen anyone as unorthodox as Marion Fontaine. There is no way to strategize for Marion Fontaine. This is a gentleman who I've seen in the middle of a match break out a musical chairs. I've seen him break out a twister board. This guy is very unorthodox. He's very hard to handle.
I'm excited to see him, and I'm actually pulling for him in this matchup because, yes, I did compliment Tony Johnson, But my path to the Ryse Grand Championship goes through not having to face somebody as good as Tony Johnson in that matchup.
I think, I think Tony Johnson has never been more motivated to get this championship back. But Marion Fontaine, look, this is a guy who is not one to take lightly. You know, we make jokes. He is unorthodox. He's weird. He likes to have fun, but as well at the same time, he is a hard striker in there. You got to watch those fists, that bare knuckle style that Marion Fontaine can employ. A little back off, good sportsmanship between the two. Last we saw Marion Fontaine here at Ryse, he faced Derek Dillinger for the Remix Riot Championship. He's been a multiple-time Remix Riot champion. Marion Fontaine is very, very used to being a champion in this business. Transition over, a little feeling out
Fontaine
process.
getting the upper hand.
And a little
class act right there.
A little back up. And now, to my knowledge, Marion Fontaine and Tony Johnson have never faced off before. And now Johnson with
this
a little...
is very unorthodox.
It's very now he's trying to unorthodox Fontaine, and it's tough to do. But Fontaine's
We're going to see if he can unorthodox and unorthodoxer, and Tony Johnson just unorthodoxed him.
Marion Fontaine looks impressed at Tony Johnson's ability to trap in Tony Johnson. And look, Fontaine using a little bit of trickery. Little bit of trickery. Looked up, Fontaine did, and Tony Johnson looked as well, and Fontaine picks the leg. Now leg control by Fontaine.
And this is good scouting for me for Tony Johnson if I do so happen to see him in December. He's very gullible.
I mean, you say that, but look, Marion Fontaine, I've seen, this is a guy who could sell, an Eskimo ice. This guy is a great salesman. He's very believable when you get in there with him. Backed off again. Even playing field so far. These two trying to figure themselves out, figure everything out. Now, Tony Johnson trying to bait in Fontaine again. And Fontaine's impressed so far with Tony Johnson. Like I said, Tony isn't fazed by this unorthodox style, this head games that Fontaine likes to play. Lock up again. Head control by Johnson. Fontaine looking to get out. Oh, what a transition out and escape by Marion Fontaine. And now Fontaine offering the headlock to Johnson.
What a gentleman.
Well, Fontaine is a gentleman, but... And no, Tony gonna hit the ropes. Drop down and headlock by Fontaine. Head controlled down to the mat with headlock takeover. Head scissors. Transition up by Fontaine. Back to the headlock. Back down. Head scissors by Johnson. Fontaine out. Transition. Headlock. Tries to take him down. No. Johnson. Cover. 2. Good roll up. And Fontaine is a little befuddled by Johnson. Now, honestly, Joey, coming in, I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought Johnson was going to be more befuddled by Fontaine, but it looks like Tony has done his homework.
He's doing the befuddling.
Absolutely. Wrist control by Fontaine.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Yeah.
Top wrist lock. Johnson rolling through, tries to get the pressure off, using that athleticism, kips up. Fontaine right over, as Johnson now has top wrist control. Fontaine looking to stay close, but Johnson really wrenching on that wrist of Fontaine's as Fontaine's trying to find a way to escape. Roll through by Fontaine. Push back off the ropes. Uses his foot to escape out. Back to the hammerlock. Transition around the world. Backslide. Cover. No. 1, 2. Johnson finds his way out.
This is as even as match as it could possibly be. I have absolutely no guessing that who can get the upper hand in this.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to take, someone making a big mistake right now for someone to get the upper hand, as they are both evenly matched. Head control by Johnson again. Wrenches in on that headlock, trying to squeeze in to Marion Fontaine's ears, trying to disorient a little bit. Push off by Fontaine, drop down. Goes for the hip toss. Johnson all the way through. And there's the game changer for Tony Johnson. That athleticism. Fontaine, though, spins out. Johnson goes for that big kick, scouted by Fontaine. Roll through, cradle.
Pinfall, we might get a win.
Kick out by Johnson. Johnson goes for the legs. Leg sweep. Fontaine out. Johnson goes high. Fontaine goes low. Jackknife cover. We just saw this. No! Bridge up from Johnson. Fontaine tries to escape, but no. Back to a backslide. Fontaine down. 2 count. No. Fontaine out. And again, we're back to square one.
Another stalemate right here.
Both individuals getting near fall attempts, but each finding a way to transition out. And a little bit of sportsmanship here from Tony Johnson. Fontaine slaps it away and goes for the clothesline. And I gotta be honest, if I'm Fontaine, I get it. I'm frustrated. And Fontaine with a big shot, but Johnson's athleticism right back, and he's got Fontaine in the corner.
Watch your fist.
And Tony's gonna use the closed fist.
Watch your fist.
Not gonna use the closed fist. Clean break by Tony Johnson. Look at that. I gotta say, this is the confidence of a Tony Johnson. He's not taking advantage. He's not using the closed fist. He knows that he can beat Marion Fontaine, and he doesn't need to resort to tactics like that.
He just wants to beat him in a professional wrestling match and prove being the Ryse Grand Champion. It is about being one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. The belt that Tony Johnson previously held.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about being a Ryse Grand Champion. You're going to have to face competitors like Marion Fontaine or a Derek Dillinger or a Shirley Doe or a Joey Sinceri.
Yes.
You're going to have to be, if you're a champion, you got to be able to take out anyone at any time. And now Fontaine is caught up in that rope. Referee going to try and free Fontaine's leg. And Johnson frees Fontaine himself.
Look at Tony Johnson.
Look, if you're going to be the Ryse Grand Champion, you don't need to take shortcuts, and Tony Johnson isn't going to take those. He wants to prove that he is the champion.
Sometimes shortcuts get you there faster, though.
Well, look, I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying sometimes the shortcut can get you lost, though, and I don't think Tony Johnson wants to lose himself in order to be Ryse Grand Champion. Transition out. Fontaine to the corner. Johnson rushes in. Fontaine moves. Tony was going for that kick, and now he's hung up. And Fontaine doesn't
And Fontaine
do the
does
clean
not
break
help him.
and goes right to that leg of Tony Johnson.
Smart maneuver by Fontaine. If Tony Johnson's not going to do whatever it takes to become the Ryse Grand Champion, somebody will, and that's what Fontaine is showing us right here. He doesn't care about being a gentleman sometimes. It's about winning the prestigious Ryse Grand Championship at all costs.
Absolutely. Fontaine, I mean, he comes in here. He doesn't want to lose to Tony Johnson. He doesn't want to give Tony that opportunity. He wants that opportunity for himself. You know what it means to be a champion. You know what it means to be Ryse Grand Champion. You know what is at stake in December, and what that could mean
When I become.
what that could mean for a Marion Fontaine. The Ryse Grand Championship has been held by people like Matt Conard, people like Leigh Moriarty, people like Derek Dillinger.
Who was the second one?
Leigh Moriarty, the first ever Ryse Grand Champion.
Oh, I know who you mean. That guy that just got signed that I pinned.
Okay.
I
Yeah, we've heard about that. Big body slam from Fontaine.
All by myself, too.
And Fontaine has taken advantage of the injury to Tony Johnson's leg, and now Fontaine is just grinding down on Johnson in the center of the ring. Now grinding on that head, trying to twist and contort the neck. Johnson not giving up, though.
Johnson trying to get the fans behind him to get some energy.
Trying to find some energy, trying to find a way to break Marion Fontaine's momentum. Going low into the guts there with those elbows, trying to get some separation. Kicks out the leg. Look out, Fontaine goes high. Johnson goes low. Johnson baits in. Big Insiguri, and Fontaine
Huge
is all
kick by Tony Johnson.
We talked about making a mistake and how that could change everything. Fontaine got caught with that kick, and that might be able to change the dynamics of this match.
Fontaine literally on the ropes. Tony Johnson picking up some steam.
Johnson was going for that cross body, but Fontaine moved, and Johnson just ate those cables. Look out, leg drop by Fontaine. Cover. 2 and no. As we said, Marion Fontaine wants to come in here, spoil this for Tony Johnson. You know, it's been preordained that Tony Johnson would be in this match because of his stature as a former champion. And
Single leg crab applied here by Fontaine.
Fontaine is really putting the pressure on that leg.
And he's got Tony right in the center of the ring.
Fontaine trying to keep Tony from getting to the ropes, but Tony's long limbs finding a way to maneuver over. But Fontaine pulls Tony back and sits right back down, and he's got that ankle trapped into his armpit and is just torquing on that ankle and knee. Johnson trying to go for the ropes on the near side, and he does. Fontaine's got a break. And I got to say, look, Tony Johnson, as you know, he's a frustrating individual. He doesn't give up. He finds his way to the ropes. He's got that length. He's got that athleticism. He's got that ground game. There's really very few holes in a Tony Johnson game.
No, he could do it all. He's a jack of all trades. Like I said earlier, whenever I did actually give him that compliment, we're going to see if he does not quit, though, because it looks like Fontaine in control of this matchup, just beating him down. We'll see his willpower.
Fontaine with those big back elbow right to the jaw of Tony Johnson. Chop. And Fontaine has just maintained a slow, deliberate control of Tony Johnson, trying to keep the pace of the match right where Fontaine wants it. Doesn't want it to speed up. Doesn't want Johnson to use his athleticism. And now Johnson, though, gets an adrenaline rush and starts laying in those chops to Fontaine in the corner. Now trying to get Fontaine out. Whip, reverse. And there went Tony's knee, and now the referee's got to check on Tony Johnson here. We've had a couple injuries here tonight, Joey. I don't know if tonight's just snake bitten. But
Ref's saying he's good.
Ref is saying he's fine. Tony has said he's fine.
It's here, and it's now, and you can't get up. Come on!
Fontaine is in full control and just goading Tony Johnson. And then right into the corner, right into the midsection. Transition out, maybe looking for a suplex. And
big suplex by Fontaine. He's feeling himself now.
And the athleticism of Marion Fontaine on display. I said he's a great striker. He's a good technical wrestler, but this is a very athletic individual as well. And now Fontaine's going up top. If he hits this, this could be all over for Tony Johnson right now. Fontaine up! Splash, no! Johnson able to roll out of the way, and Fontaine eats the mat. Little too overconfident.
Spending a little bit too much time up there on the top to give Tony a opening to maybe get back up into this matchup.
Clothesline by Johnson, back elbow connects. Big knee strike, and Fontaine has been shaken to the ropes. Tony Johnson trying to dig deep. As I said, this man doesn't get shaken by anything. And if he can find his wind, he is tough to beat. Cross body into the corner. And Fontaine had all the wind driven out of his body. Ricochet, come back. Big
kick by Tony Johnson.
That's it. If Tony can cover here, he's heading to December. He's got to get himself over. He's got to get this cover. If he gets him, this is it. Tony Johnson is heading. No. Sorry.
Fontaine's still in this. Fontaine's still grasping on to the chance to be the Ryse Grand Champion.
Absolutely, Tony Johnson.
But the momentum is shifting.
Finding a way to break Fontaine's momentum, using his athleticism. We thought that might be the key component, and Tony has found a way. Might be setting up for that ice pick kick. And if Fontaine isn't careful, Tony may just kick the lights out. No, transition.
Fontaine with the counter.
Wait a minute, unprettier.
Uh-oh.
That's it. That's it.
Fontaine's going to December.
He's going to... No! Unbelievable. I thought Marion Fontaine had Tony Johnson beat. Tony had his head spiked right into the canvas.
Fontaine seems frustrated, wondering what does he have to do to beat Tony Johnson. It looks like he's going up to the top rope again. Let's see if this one pays off.
Fontaine went up earlier, went for that splash, couldn't hit it. Takes less time this time. But that knee gives out. But Fontaine can't capitalize, and Fontaine is eating the buckle. Tony Johnson trying to get some blood flowing back in that leg. We've seen how it's affected him through this entire match. Now this is getting perilous up there as Tony Johnson and Fontaine are fighting on that top rope. And Tony's got Fontaine up even higher.
If you're Fontaine, this is a spot you do not want to be in.
Big superplex. Both men crashing in the middle of the ring. And I think both of them are the worse for wear now. Tony maybe Tony can roll over and get a pinfall.
Yeah,
but
if Tony had some awareness, all he has to do is turn his right shoulder over and put that arm across the chest of Fontaine, and he could punch his ticket to December's main event.
Count of 4 by referee Nick Brown, and Tony is trying to get some movement back in that leg, and Fontaine has been shaken as well, up to a 6 count. I don't know what happens if they would get to a count out here.
They're both out. One less person.
Well, we'd have to find out. We don't know what would happen in that case. We do have one more show before Challenge of a Champion, so we'd have to find out what happens. But look out! Wait a minute! No! Johnson with that big swirling backbreaker. But all of that weight right down on that injured knee of Tony Johnson. I think he went to one of his big moves, but geez, that might have been the wrong time to go to it. Fontaine is in trouble.
Setting up the ice pick kick?
He does, and he got it. Can he capitalize? Tony Johnson's over. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And that is it.
The winner of this match as a result of a pinfall, the Iceman, Tony Johnson!
Tony Johnson has defeated Marion Fontaine. And now, Challenge of a Champion is set. It's Tony Johnson. It's Ziggy Haim. It's Joey Sinceri. It is Calvin Couture. It is MV Young. It is Christian Noir. One of those competitors will be the new Ryse undisputed
Wait a second. MV Young is here.
Wait a minute. MV Young, look out. And MV Young just took out Tony Johnson, who I think might be the odds-on favorite, and MV Young knows it.
For a foot, for an inch, yeah, I fight for you all, is the truth, and I'm in, yeah, I fight forever.